Going live. I'm doing a little live reading for everyone. It's been a very interesting day. I've been picking up on so much energy. That's why I don't like driving in rush hour. Ooh, okay, let's see. So yeah, we have, this is exactly what that just said, is energy. Okay. There's been like a really heavy weight on you where you kind of just stepped back and leaned into the space needed to kind of recover from something. Like, you had big plans, you were moving forward, and it looked like some unexpected events happened, and you really had no idea how to really move forward from there. You almost feel like ambushed by somebody too that you really like know and love and care, and you feel like that they had like a secret plan of attack to kind of get you to where you are. You had opened up to somebody, maybe a relative of someone, and you opened up to a relative thinking that they were going to be there for you, and what happened instead was that they decided to become your enemy's like flying monkey. And so they've been playing the fence for a really long time, because no one in your family or your circumstance has the capacity to really be honest, maybe except for you. And so what is happening is you're kind of being outcast, and you haven't really done anything wrong besides stand up for yourself. And so Spirit wants you to know that you are being protected right now, and one of the reasons that they have outcast you is partially to protect you, but also so that you can be like, so you can build yourself, so that you can take the next steps necessary in your healing journey to grow and become a better person. And it's hard to be alone, and Spirit acknowledges that and wants you to know that it's not going to be like this forever. But there are so many things that you are learning right now, that you are by yourself and that you've been secluded from the quote unquote enemy. And so Spirit wants to remind you that this time by yourself is for you to know yourself, to like figure out exactly who you are and how you operate. And so then moving forward, there is no question. And so when anyone's trying to manipulate you or maneuver around you or do these little like pretend I'm your friend or pretend I'm your aunt or pretend I'm your family, and then I'm going to turn around and go tell everybody, then you know, because you were a child when this first happened, when they first started to try to like get things, they put you in this position. They like built this position for you, and you didn't know because you were just a child. So you kind of like went with it. Maybe you weren't a child, but you were younger. So and Spirit wants you to remember that this all happened for a reason. I know that sucks and it's really hard, but like going through these types of experiences is why we are so sensitive. And like, because, well, we need to go through these types of experiences as a sensitive soul so that we can develop shields, like a shield to, we need to become our authentic selves in this lifetime, is basically what Spirit is saying. And when you become your authentic self, it threatens other people who are trying to put you in this position. And so therefore they kick you out, they outcast you. And Spirit wants to remind you that That's part of the deal, right? I think I've already said that, but let me get some more information here. I'm going to get another deck because this deck, I feel like I've gotten all the energy out of that deck. Okay, so what else is going on with this situation? So like I was saying, like sometimes we just have to be by ourselves so that we know who we are, because we've had so many people try to tell us who we are for so long, including our whoever, everybody. You know, some people are handpicked. Some people handpick these people for you. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. What does Spirit want to say today? Spirit wants to say hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. What does Spirit want to say? A few more minutes. I have to pick up my daughter from cheerleading. Okay, Spirit. Let's see. All right, so you have a brilliant spark, okay? This is like something that was given to you by the Creator himself. You know, you are unique and you have this like aura about you, and I think that's what drives people crazy, because they can see it. They can see how stunning and unique, and that you bring so much to the table. And when you bring so much to the table, people, even the people that are supposed to care for you, and even the people that love you and are pretending to love you, even those people can get threatened at times and try to diminish who you are so that you don't rise, because they feel like this unnecessary competition with you all of a sudden, and then they try to utilize their authority to kind of control where you're going in life. And for the most part, you know, they can, these same cards keep coming up. For the most part, they don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you happy. They thrive on negativity that makes them feel better. And since you have this unique aura about you, you're very good at what you do. You're fast at learning. You can do whatever you want, and you are multifaceted, and it drives this person absolutely insane. And so they have pretended to be your friend and utilized that against you, friend or aunt or anything like that, and they are utilizing that against you, taking that information and like pretty much washing your name in dirt. And Spirit wants you, don't worry about that, because that energy is going to go right back onto them, and it will stay with them. Because when you wash somebody else's name with dirt like that, your name becomes like dirty and it doesn't get clean at all. And so Spirit wants to remind you that you stay heart-centered, you stay true to who you are, but beware. Like, this whole circumstance and this whole situation happened just so that you can be by yourself, develop a sense of self, like really sense of self-worth, and so that you can see these people for who they are. And then the next time those types of people come into your life, you're gonna see them like way before, because these types of people like really, really, really messed with your whole life, because you were a sweet, innocent, unaware person who was just trying to be there, just trying to develop a good relationship with somebody, and they were literally utilizing everything like a little energy sucking vampire snake, sucking on everything that you told them. And so now you have to be very careful about what you say to other people. And you have to be very careful, even if it's family. I know we always think our family's going to be there, but sometimes our family can be like our worst enemies. And it took, like me and other people, it can take a really long time, especially because when you're young and you're a child, you have to depend on these people. So you have to trust them. And if you can't trust them, it's like, it causes all sorts of like trauma, and it causes all sorts of like issues down the road, right? But anyways, this happened so that you're going to become very, very powerful through this transformation, through this. When they decided to shun you for no reason, to make up stories about you because they didn't even ask your side of the story, when they decided to shun you for no reason, that was God's way of protecting you and God's way of directing you into your path of power. Because once you develop these armors, these, like, that's the spiritual armor, it's the spiritual, you know, you people are gonna try to like, people are gonna try, and it's just gonna make you laugh because they can't anymore. No one's gonna be able to hurt you anymore because you can see it coming. You know exactly what to look for. So anyways, yeah, I hope that resonated with a few people, and I appreciate everyone coming on my live. And I'm gonna try to do some more lives, switch it up, you know what I'm saying? But please like and subscribe, and I say hi to every single one of you I see there. So, and then sometimes I like, if someone has a question on the live, sometimes I'll do that too. Anyways, I have to go get my data. So I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's gorgeous and raining here, and I hope that everyone has the perfect day. All right, I love ya. Bye.